In January 2018, police in Federal Heights, a quiet suburb near Denver, broke through a slab of fresh concrete in a basement crawl space. Beneath it, they found human remains. The body belonged to 69-year-old William Mussack. He had been missing for weeks. The only person living in the house with him was his daughter, Dayna Jennings. What happened inside that home did not unfold in one sudden burst of violence. It unfolded slowly, with text messages, small lies, bank withdrawals, and a strange smell that would not go away. William Mussack was a retired man who lived in this suburban house for years. In 2017, his daughter Dayna moved in with him. She was in her mid-40s and had recently faced personal setbacks. Her massage business had closed. One of her former husbands had moved out just weeks before William disappeared. Friends later described her life as unstable during that time. From the outside, nothing looked extreme. A father and an adult daughter sharing a home is not unusual. But in early December 2017, something happened that would later become the center of the entire case. On December 7th, William sent a text message to his son, Brian. In that message, he described eating a hamburger his daughter had given him. He said that after taking one bite, he felt strange. He wrote that he passed out on his recliner and slept for about 15 hours. When he woke up, the hamburger was still sitting nearby with only one bite missing. He told his son he believed he had been drugged. That message was the last verified communication anyone received from him. Investigators later learned that William had acepromazine in his system at the time of his death. Acepromazine is a tranquilizer used for animals, often given to calm large pets before medical procedures. It is not a common household medication. It is not prescribed for people. Records showed that Dayna had researched the drug online before her father vanished. She had ordered it and had it delivered. That was the first key detail. After December 8th, no one saw or heard from William again. His phone stopped sending messages. His vehicles remained at the house. His bank activity changed. His family grew worried. On December 28th, Brian contacted police and requested a welfare check. Officers arrived at the home and spoke with Dayna. She told them her father had gone to the mountains with a girlfriend.
Where's your dad at?
I'm not sure. He only comes by every couple of weeks. He's been spending a lot of time up in the mountains with a girlfriend, or sure where that is. I just had broke my foot and everything, so I'm sorry. I'm kind of whippy on my pain meds right now.
She said he sometimes left for weeks at a time. She claimed he had lost his phone and that she had found it inside the house.
How do I get a hold of him?
He lost his cell phone and I found it, but it's here, so it's not with him. I don't know other than that. My cousin called and said that my dad had told her where that property was in the mountains.
She said it was normal for him to disappear without warning. Officers asked to step inside.
Come in, check and make sure he's not here.
It's a mess.
I don't care.
That's fine.
The moment they entered, they noticed a strong odor. It did not smell like a typical home. Dayna quickly explained that the toilet in the basement had overflown and caused sewage problems.
And if we go down and look?
You can. Sorry.
It's
like
okay.
I said, toilet overflowed. I did my best to take care of it. I'm here by myself, so.
It happens.
She said that was the source of the smell. The house was cluttered. In the basement area where William supposedly stayed, the bed was covered with women's clothing. Officers noted that the room did not look recently used. They did not find William. At that point, it was a missing person case, nothing more. No body, no direct proof of harm, only a strange text message about a hamburger and a long sleep. In the following weeks, investigators learned more. William's bank records showed unusual withdrawals. Checks had been cashed. Money had been taken out after he disappeared. One check for $500 raised suspicion because the signature appeared questionable. Dayna claimed her father had pre-signed checks and that she had only filled in the amounts. That explanation did not settle concerns. Police also discovered that Dayna had rented 2 large garbage dumpsters during December. Neighbors reported seeing flooring and carpeting removed from the house. When asked about the dumpsters, she said she was filling in a crawl space with concrete as part of a home repair project. This was the second key detail. When officers returned to the house in early January 2018, the smell was still present. It was stronger upstairs than during the first visit. Experienced detectives later stated that the odor did not match sewage.
Go upstairs. I mean, it could be decaying sewage, but
They believed it matched decomposition. By this time, a search warrant had been secured. By mid-January, the case was no longer a missing person investigation. It had become something much darker. The evidence pointed inward, toward the only other person living in the home. On January 10th, 2018, detectives arrived with a search warrant for the house on Elliott Circle in Federal Heights. Officers escorted Dayna Jennings to the police station for questioning while a team began examining the basement. Investigators focused on the crawl space that had recently been filled with fresh concrete. The surface looked newer than the surrounding floor and did not match the age of the home. At the station, detectives questioned Jennings about her father's sudden disappearance. They asked about the strange odor in the house, the conflicting stories she had given to family members, and the money withdrawn from William Mussack's bank account on December 7th. During the interview, one officer received a message from the search team. Human remains had been found beneath the concrete. Detectives continued speaking with Jennings before revealing the discovery. They asked about the crawl space and why she had poured cement there.
So with a broken foot, that's the time that you want to pour concrete.
No.
See how this thing just keeps
Press that
unraveling
in the
and unraveling?
concrete and...
We're going to dig out the concrete,
Okay.
and we're going to find your dad underneath there.
Really?
Yeah.
She admitted she had mixed and poured the concrete herself. When officers informed her that they were breaking through it and had located a body, she stopped answering questions and requested an attorney. An autopsy later confirmed the remains were those of 69-year-old William Mussack. Toxicology results determined he had been poisoned with asapromazine, an animal tranquilizer often used to sedate large pets before medical procedures. Medical experts testified that the drug can cause extreme drowsiness, low blood pressure, and loss of consciousness in humans. It is not approved for human use. Digital evidence became critical. Computer records showed that Jennings had searched for information about asapromazine before her father's disappearance. Online purchase records confirmed she had ordered the drug and had it delivered to the home. Prosecutors told jurors that each step in that process required planning and decision-making. Investigators also examined financial records. After December 7th, William's bank account showed activity that suggested someone else was using it. Checks were written in his name and cash was withdrawn. One $500 check drew special attention because handwriting analysis suggested irregularities. Jennings claimed her father had pre-signed bank checks and that she had only filled in amounts when needed. Forensic experts reviewed the ink and signature as part of the case. Police testimony described the condition of the house. Officers who entered during the welfare check reported a strong odor that they initially were told was sewage from a toilet overflow.
Gonna go upstairs. I mean, it could be decaying sewage, but whew, it's a lot stronger up here.
Yeah, so this was over more piled in clothing when I was in here.
An experienced detective later testified that the smell was consistent with decomposition. He told jurors that after years of working homicide investigations, he knew the difference. During trial, former spouses of Jennings testified about her recent personal struggles. Her massage business had closed the month before William disappeared. One ex-husband described her as being in a downward spiral. Prosecutors suggested financial pressure as a motive, pointing to the continued withdrawals from her father's account after his death. The defense questioned whether the death could have been accidental or whether the prosecution had proven intent beyond a reasonable doubt. They argued that there were no direct eyewitnesses' account of the poisoning. However, prosecutors emphasized the combination of digital searches, the purchase of asapromazine, the final text message, the financial activity, and the concealment of the body under concrete. Jurors deliberated after hearing weeks of testimony. They reviewed forensic reports, financial documents, and the timeline of events from early December through the January search. They considered the fact that no verified sightings or communications with William occurred after December 8th. In July 2019, the jury returned a verdict finding Dayna Michelle Jennings guilty of first-degree murder after deliberation and tampering with a human body. The conviction reflected the jury's conclusion that the poisoning was planned and that the concealment of the body was deliberate. At sentencing, prosecutors described the calculated steps leading up to William Mussack's death. They argued that Jennings had multiple opportunities to reconsider her actions while researching and obtaining the tranquilizer. The court imposed a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole, closing a case that began with a single alarming text and ended with the discovery of a body sealed beneath concrete in a suburban basement. This case started with a worried son and a simple request for police to check on his father. It slowly revealed a trail of digital searches, strange financial activity, a hidden crawl space, and a drug never meant for humans. Every detail, from the final text message to the fresh concrete in the basement, connected piece by piece until the full picture became impossible to ignore. A father's life ended inside his own home, and the evidence that exposed the truth was built from small decisions that left a lasting record. Some crimes rely on silence and isolation, but this one was undone by timelines, technology, and persistence. If you found this breakdown clear and informative, stay with us for more detailed case stories explained step by step.